Hello, those of you tuning into the replay. It is a early founders chat. This normally happens Wednesday because Wednesday we have live sales, and then on Friday because on the weekend we have live sales. But I'm really excited because I'm actually finally celebrating my 2-year anniversary with my partner / fiance. There's no ring, but we're getting hitched soon. So we're celebrating, and tomorrow we're driving up to New York, which is where our first date was. It's supposed to rain for the next few days, but we're going to make the most of it. Our first date was at Coney Island. And so we're hoping to return back to Coney Island. Thank you, Melody. So tomorrow morning I can't do the founder shot because I will be driving. I mean, if you guys really know me, you know that I would try to do the founders chat, but it would be just like chaos. But I would be like, yeah, I can do everything at once. Let's drive and do a founders chat. No, that's not safe. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I really like being consistent with this because it helps for communication, reminders, just to remind you guys to ask us questions, and also to celebrate our live sellers and customers. So we have scheduled lives for tomorrow, and we have scheduled lives for this weekend. Jamie, our amazing live sale assistant, she'll be announcing our live sale schedule tomorrow, but I will give you guys a sneak peek of who's on deck. And we do have a couple of evening slots available if anyone wants to jump on board. If you have not gone through onboarding yet with District, you can contact us and we will give you training videos so that you can review on your own. This is because onboarding with the District personnel, it is temporarily, offline because that individual is on vacation. So we're giving you guys a shortcut to learn how to go live. But if you feel like you're someone who needs a little bit more training, you might want to wait until the onboarding becomes available again. But just DM me or Jamie of Flippin' Vintiques if you're like, I'm ready to go. I haven't sold live here yet. I want to do this, or I come from Whatnot, or I've sold on another marketplace. Just send us a message and we will get you started. So we do have, oh, awesome. Thanks, Jamie. So Jamie's in the chat, guys. Jamie's going to come on and she's going to be our first ever founders chat seller training, where I'm not the one training you guys. I might be leading some questions or chiming in, but Jamie has really, really set herself apart from other sellers in that she does a lot of live sale promotion. And having had other live sale communities on other platforms, I know personally how important that is, but it is a skill and it is something that it might feel uncomfortable at first. And there are different strategies that can change. And so we will try, as we notice sellers who are doing new things that are working, that just seem to have a really, productive approach to promoting their live sale, to bring them on the founders chat so that they can show you and walk you through how they do it and their logic and their mindset. So Jamie is going to be our first little chat here. I mean, it might be 10 minutes. This is not like a master class in any sense of the word, but it is another way for you guys to absorb information, to be encouraged, and to recognize that, you guys have the power to build a live sale career or income here with Vintage Jewelry Addicts, and that the skills you learn here or other places can translate over. So welcome in. If you guys are tuning in, I see some names. Let us know in the comments that you're here. That really helps because others, know that this is a conversational live and they want to jump in. Yeah, Melody! Actually, Melody, we will also give you a shout out because Melody did something really cool the other day, and I saw she had like 7 or 8 sales, and I was like, that's how it's done. Howdy, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for chiming in. So first, we're just going to wait a few minutes and then bring Jamie on, which again, this is something you guys can reach out to fully understand how to do. Which, you know what? I need to maybe add that to the Start Here channel. District has a help guide to hosting the Duo Lives. We are going to have a train with Duo Lives. I just haven't announced that or started to plan that yet. I think that will help some of our veteran sellers to understand how to host with other people. But if you are interested in doing that and you just want like a personal walkthrough, just send us a message. So really quickly, guys, I want to celebrate tomorrow's live sellers. So let me get my calendar up because I didn't open it yet. Hold on 1 second. I have everything in my Google Calendar, which is my life. Okay, here we go. And then we are still scheduling live sales, but I have exciting news. I have something that you guys can do to let us know that you want to do Sell As You Wish. So really quickly, Amy, she had popped on. She's with South Jersey Mama. Amy had a great live sale this weekend. I purchased an amazing bracelet from her. I'm so excited to get it. So Amy's going to be kicking us off tomorrow, Wednesday, August 7th at 11 a.m. And then we have Maria. Maria, I'm blanking on your last name. Hold on. Let me see here. Well, her handle is Maria Luna Magica or Magic. Luna Magic. So she will be back for her second live sale. She has an amazing collection at 12 p.m. And then Jamie, he will be giving us some training today during this Founders Chat. She'll be live at 1 p.m. So you can see her in action tomorrow as she promotes her live sale, or she might even begin today. And then tomorrow night, we have Kristen of Keenly Kristen. She'll be back at 9 p.m. So shout out to Kristen again, our #1 seller in July. So if you are a #1 seller, like that #1 spot, you will get reduced commission on whatever live sale you choose. And that will be -5%. So whatever rate you're at, it will be -5%. So she had that Sunday night. So anyone who purchased from Kristen Sunday night, she had more money in her pocket as a thank you for her commitment to Vintage Jewelry Addicts. We had another seller scheduled for Wednesday night, but she had to reschedule. But that is Jade of the Jade Peacock. She rescheduled to Saturday. She was going to host tomorrow night. I hope that she sells with us even more. She was a delight when she made her debut. So we have tomorrow night, we have a 7 and an 8 o'clock spot open for 1 hour live sales. If you want to start earlier than 7, that's totally fine. I just let Jamie know because Jamie is the one that is sharing you guys out and just making sure everything's cool on our end. So let me know if you want a 7 or an 8 o'clock spot for tomorrow, Wednesday the 7th. I will be tuning in from New York because I will be out of town tomorrow. But we have just been building and building here in Vintage Jewelry Addicts. I forget the exact number that we had for July. Actually, let me look really quickly. And then Jamie, I'm going to bring you on 1 second. But it's really exciting, and I hope you guys are encouraged by the numbers. I realize that some people might be like, I feel like I'm not successful here. But the truth is that consistency is everything. And there's going to be, ups and downs. But our numbers say a lot. Okay, so if we do last month, our 30-day sales were almost 9,000. Now that does include shipping and tax. I just learned this the other day because I was like, that's a really high number, but it includes shipping and tax. So that's like a lot more per order. Yesterday's sales alone were $25, and our last 7-day sales were almost $2,000. And our average sale for the last 30 days is about $15, which seems to be the average sale amount, which I think is really helpful when you guys are pricing, and to have more items closer to that $15 amount. And then, to have your outliers, your sterling silver, your collector's items, your designer items, because you never know who's going to come through a live sale. So, hi, Amanda! Cherie is contemplating. Cherie also, Cherie, I should give you a shout out too. Jumped on Friday. I think it was Friday, or it could have been Saturday, and had quite a lovely live sale. Yes, she did. I saw that. I love Amanda is catcalling me right now. Is it the turban? Does the turban turn you on? Is it the green nails? And Amanda, I know that you have your job, all humbug, but we need to get you scheduled back. But don't worry, guys. So really quickly, after training with Jamie, I'm about to bring her on. We are starting Sell As You Wish on Monday, August 19th. So what that's going to look like is Monday through Thursday, you guys can pop on live. The weekends, we're still going to make scheduled one seller at a time. And that's just to make sure that people that are committed to this community, they have as many eyeballs as possible on them. We're still very small. I say this every Founders Chat, but we are not 30,000 people, right? But I want you guys to feel encouraged to go live when it suits you, if you get inspired, and to go longer than perhaps an hour and 90 minutes, and perhaps work with others, create your own trains, create duo lives, start to collaborate Monday through Thursday. So after this Founders Chat, I have a link that I'm going to put in the sellers and the general chat as well. And you guys can just let us know that you're interested, and then we're going to reach out to you and just make sure that you know that you can do that. Because I've been like holding down the fort here like a castle with locks and gates, and I think some people are scared. They're like, I don't know. I want you to know, cool, it's go time. We are really excited for you guys to do Sell As You Wish. So August 19th, save the date. That will be our first day opening that up. So now I'm going to invite Jamie, and she has to be out of the chat in order to see it. And I'm about to find her. So what you guys have to do is you actually have to find the seller and then invite to co-host. And then I think when she accepts, okay, she just accepted.
Hey, everybody.
Jamie, can you?
Yeah, I can see you.
Awesome. You guys are tuning in. I think if you click Jamie upper left-hand corner,
Yeah.
it will bring her to you guys.
Hey, guys.
This is so cool.
Hey, Sherry. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Debbie.
So cute. Our viewers instantly went up. Everyone, give a shout out to Jamie, first of all. She's been holding it down
Yeah,
and
it worked.
connect.
Excited. This is fun. I can't wait so we can start, or when we start actually doing this with sellers and stuff. It'd be so fun.
It's going to be great. Jamie and I have
Yeah.
some great ideas for you guys, but let's just
Hey,
jump.
Amy.
So, Jamie,
Yes. Melody.
you are currently our number one. Hold on. I think you are currently our number one seller.
When I looked yesterday, it was number 2 again.
Oh, okay. So, it's interesting because it's like next.
It changes. Yeah.
But let's just say your top three. You've had
Mhm.
some great success. Kind of walk us through, and I know you've been involved in other marketplaces, so you do bring some wisdom and experience to Vintage Jewelry Addicts, but kind of walk us through like how you've learned to adapt and promote your live sales here.
Okay. When I first started selling, it was well, I started on Whatnot was my first live. Well, I mean, I've done Facebook live sales. Whatnot was my first like really live selling. I was a nervous wreck. I was shaking and then I was like on camera, which I don't prefer to be on camera. I'd rather my focus be on my jewelry, but that's my preference. And I love that our that we have so many different sellers that like to sell different ways because it brings variation and you can go to this show and see something. You're not seeing the same thing in every show, which is really nice. I really like that. But that was just my preference. As I've grown, I've known that I tend to do better with my camera and with my setup. It's easier for me to show the jewelry than myself. If I've taken the time to get ready and stuff, I may say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And then flip it around. But that's just my preference. Um, but I was a nervous wreck. I was shaking. I maybe sold two things, um, and it's just the more you do it, the more it becomes like second nature. Just like riding a bike, you're shaking and you're moving around, and you know when you first start and you're wobbly, and but the more you do it, the more it's just like second nature to you. Um, it becomes, you get out of your nerves and you get more into having fun with it. And that's what's important, is having fun with it. When you're having fun with it, your customers are having fun with it. And they're enjoying buying, and they're not, it's not mundane. It's not like, why am I here? They're there to have fun. That's part of live selling, is to share your pieces and to sell your pieces, but to also have fun with your customers, to get to know them by name. That's really good to do, is to get to learn their names. So that you can speak to them. You're talking to them. You're, creating those relationships that Sammy says is so important. It really is creating those relationships. And, um, you know, they come back for more. I mean, I have several of my customers are here right now, and they're wonderful customers, and I adore them to pieces. And I would do, I made a mistake the other day. I sold to, I believe it was Nancy, I believe, um, a necklace, and in my move, somewhere it's fallen in the cracks, and I couldn't find it. And I was so upset because I don't like to make mistakes. I'm a very, on precise, on top person. So it happens. Don't try not to beat yourself up too much. Just apologize. And I think I gave her free shipping on her next order. You just trying to keep, and then she purchased something else right away. So that encouraged me, that I was doing it right. But it's just creating those relationships and letting them know that you're there for them as much as they've been there for you. um, but I also have learned in the process to, Sammy had talked about tagging before, because we unfortunately, in this platform right now, it may change. It changes all the time, which reminds me, make sure that you update your app before you go live, because you won't get the new features unless you've updated your app. So every time you go live, I always go to my app store. Even though I have mine set up to automatically update, sometimes it doesn't. So I always go to my app store and make sure, just type in district, and then make sure there's not um, an update. There was one this last time, and I updated. So they don't always tell you when they update, so you just need to make sure you checked. Um, Off my train of thought now. Oh, tagging. So Samantha had said at one point about tagging people, because on the live you can't tag, and I'm hoping that they'll change that. So that, because some, I think Whatnot, I believe you can, when you go live, you can tag all of your customers. But unfortunately, they don't have that. So what I've done is something that Samantha has suggested, is before my live sale, like 5 minutes before my live sale, I go into general chat, and some of you guys can tell me if this works, because I know some of my customers are on here. But I'll go in general chat, and then I will do a quick little, what I'm doing for the day, and share my live stream, and then I'll tag all of my customers. And the way I do it, and the way I keep up with it, is all of my customers have a bag, and then they have their name on it. This is Melodies. And when I sell an item, the uh, not to get too much into it, but I write it down here. So I've got a stack of bags, and I just keep them, and I just, mark out the live show of the day, as I did here. What she bought, I marked out after I shipped it, and then I'll start another column for it. Um, but what I do is I have a stack of these, and so I'll just go through and each one of them, and tag each person that I've got a stack of customers. and everybody that's purchased from me, I tag. So it's just a process. Once you get your process down, you just, oh, I gotta go do that. You just go do that. But I've done that for the last several lives, and I've noticed that I'm seeing my customers coming on, and I don't know if that's I don't know for sure that that's what's working, but I do know that, like, after I came after another person one time, and they didn't have but a few people on, and then when I clicked mine on, and after my tagging, I noticed that I had, 10, 15 people on at a time. So it does, I believe it works. It's worth the few minutes that it does to take to go and do it. And it also tells your customers too that you want them there. It's not just, I'm just going to go live, and whoever shows. No, you want your customers there, buying from you, continuing that relationship, because you learn what they like. And when you're sourcing, then you know what to look for. And then you're like, oh, so and so will love this, and you kind of become their personal shopper in a way. And, they're fancy now, they have a personal shopper. So, it just kind of makes it fun. And everybody, I hope my customers have been happy. And have loved their items that they've gotten from me. That's always important to me. I try to encourage in my lives. I don't do it every time. I'm trying to remember every time. My ADHD brain will go all over the place sometimes, but ADHD. But I try to encourage them to share their items when they get them if they love them. Let others see that they've gotten their items and they love them. Not necessarily to build me up, but to build not district, to build VGA up, and try and get this to be the number one jewelry website. We want to be there. We want to be number one, and we want everybody to come here to purchase jewelry from of the eras, all eras of jewelry. We want to be there. So and I think we're definitely going in that direction. That's good. um but yeah, tagging I've noticed has definitely helped. And then I, make sure that you're watching the chat. I know it's hard, and I know at first it's going to be very hard because you're trying to, remember all your steps and what you've got to do and pushing the buttons and all that stuff. So there's always a learning curve there. But once you're definitely, well, you really need to do it from day one. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm saying that is to watch your chat, because you'll get questions, or they'll say, "Hey, I want to see this," and if you miss it, then they feel overlooked. And you just want to try and make sure you watch the chat when you're selling. If the way your setup is and you can't do that, then you might want to, like, have a friend or somebody to have their computer out watching it and help you, remember and stuff like that. So,
This
but
is
yeah,
great. Thank you so much
yeah.
for opening up. And I know a lot of us can relate to that, myself included. That first live sale, you're just like,
Oh my gosh,
my first live
I
sale,
was a wreck.
I had live selling for 2 years for that. So we all go through that. And then, back to Jamie's point, the idea is that we're creating VIPs. And then it's just like you're with a room full of friends. And then when new people pop in, you learn how to make them feel welcome so that they want to stay. Something else that I've encouraged, but I haven't seen yet, but I also haven't done this myself, so I need to lead by example, is that you guys can go live earlier in the day and do a little sneak peek. And
Mm,
so, by recording the sneak peek, you have a link to also share out to your customers with a 4D sneak peek. Now,
mhm,
love when you guys pre-upload items, and so the customer can actually see what the item is and make a pre-bid, but we realize that you might not have the time to do that. But 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just grab your tray, talk about the pieces, ask people, oh, if you're here, this is my sneak peek, are you looking for anything? Maybe I have it, I can make sure I bring it on tonight. And then use that link and promote it in our general chat, which I'm about to show you guys in a second where that is, and then tag your customers. And if Jamie and I see you guys doing that, we're also going to back you up because we have something called the @channel tag, which alerts everyone. We might be using it a little bit too much, but we will try to be, logical when using it so that if someone's promoting themselves and it's right before their live sale, we can let the whole channel know that they're about to go live. Awesome. Elegance at a glance. Have you sold live with us yet? I don't think you have. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Christine's collection. Welcome in. So quickly, guys, I know this is always the clunkiest way to show you, but here's my laptop. So this is on desktop. This is what Jamie is referring to when she says general chat. And we like to use this for announcements. And we encourage you to also celebrate, to share. Cassie of that Grace Life, she just graduated, and she shared that with us last night. That was so exciting. We absolutely welcome that. So, Kristen Keenly, she did this before her Sunday night live sale. It was 7:23, and she went live at 7:30. And she tagged her top customers. And she had one of the best live sales that she's had in a whole week. And let's look for Jamie's tags. Jamie, let's see. Jamie, so here she is last week. Jamie also shared out her pre-uploaded live sales. So she scheduled that live sale so that she could share the live stream so that when someone came to the tag on the general chat, they could just click this and then open into her live stream. And she also shared, that was her sneak peek preview photo, which Jamie, this is so smart. How did you set this up? Is this on a table or do you have cards?
Yeah, those are my tables are kind of old. So those are just sheets of poster board.
Nice.
And then I laid that out, and then I had my phone sitting on a little rolling table outside of the table so that I could get a wide shot of everything.
It looks amazing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very easy to see everything. And yeah, and this is very appealing and also not so much time. So the beautiful thing
Yeah,
about
because I didn't have time.
but again, back to what Jamie did, she just really compiled everything into one sneak peek photo. So if you guys can't do a sneak peek preview, or you're just struggling to just, alert your customers, even just that one sneak peek photo, putting it in our general chat, sharing it out to your social media, using our Facebook group, which is Vintage Jewelry Addicts on Facebook. There's a bunch of ways. That you can promote, but most importantly, the tagging really, really helps you to form those relationships. And I'm just going to end on this. I used to be very sensitive to tagging people because I felt like I was bothering them. If you feel that way, just write, hey, no pressure. Thank you so much for being a customer. Thank you so much for being a part of my world here. I would love to see you in my live sale or check out my marketplace after the live. Right? You guys, you're not forcing people to come to your live. And, it's really, again, it's a service because we live in a very active technology world. So a lot of us forget. So
Yeah.
people want to be there, appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
we see comments a lot that say, "Hey, I missed your sale. I didn't know you were on, and I didn't get the notification, or I don't know what happened." We get that a lot, so it's always good to talk, like, let them know that you want them there too, and not just. I get the no pressure thing too, and I hope my customers know that I'm not trying to pressure them. But I also want them there. I want to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And some of them watch and don't buy. That's okay. They're there supporting me, and because they're watching, maybe some of their friends are watching. That kind of thing. So, that's kind of your it's okay if they're there not purchasing. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. Because a lot of times when people are scrolling through district and looking at shows, the numbers are important too, because if they see a show that's only got one or two people, they may just walk on by there. So even though people are there just watching, that's fine. Totally fine with me.
It, it
Come
totally helps.
talk to me.
Counting me, I don't know if you've done this specifically, but I have seen some great post live sales from you. Are you, let's walk us through like your post live process. Are you messaging the customers and saying, hey, I added this to my marketplace, or are you promoting in any other way after the live sale?
Honestly, my life's so chaotic right now. I haven't done a lot of that. One of these days, for those of you who do not know, my grandmother lives with me now. She was on hospice, and now we're able to take her off, thank goodness. But now that starts me having to start doctor's appointments and calling, and it's been kind of crazy. And we moved, and I left a 7-year relationship, so it's just been crazy. So I'm trying to get more of a schedule, but unfortunately, it's not me right now. In fact, Sammy, you're gonna laugh at this, but when you messaged me last night and talked about a training, I thought you meant you and me doing a quick training. I didn't realize until your message this morning that you meant you wanted me to do a little training for everybody else. So this has just kind of been off the top of my head. That's me. um, so, but yeah, I liked if in a good world, and in a non crazy world, I personally, my go to thing is like a day. I don't like to do too far ahead because people forget. So like maybe a day before the sale, I like to create like a little. I go into usually I'll go into Instagram and I'll create like a little reel with the pictures and the music. Sometimes the music works, sometimes it doesn't because of the copyright stuff. But um, I like to post it there, and I'll like have pictures of what I've got for the day, and I'll just have it set up on my table, and then I'll just take my pictures of everything that I'm going to have, and then I'll go to my Instagram, create my reel, with my always sharing my live sale. I always have copy it, and copy and paste the live sale into my reel so that they can easily click on it and go check it out. Because even if it's I don't have anything in my store, at least they can click on it. And sometimes I don't have anything in my store because I'm just doing you know, typing it in as I'm going. But I'll have that reel, and then I'll share that to my Facebook page. Don't forget your personal media. Social media. I've been horrible about that here lately because we've been so busy with VJA. I don't really have a lot of time to focus on mine, unfortunately. But share it to your social media because your social media needs to come over here to VJA. So share it to your social media. It's really important. And then I'll also share it to the group, to the Facebook group, Vintage Jewelry Addicts Facebook group. There are tons of people in there, so make sure that you share it in there too. And I know several of the sellers. I know Melody does that. They'll share some pictures beforehand, and let people know what they're going to have in this sale, kind of thing. Um, Oh yeah, I've got my live sales for Wednesday already scheduled, and I'm about to schedule all of my Saturday nights. So definitely do it a month, a whole month ahead of time.
There.
Um,
She's
but
saying social media, I think promotion, something called Cinch Share. I haven't heard of that
oh,
either.
I haven't seen that. No,
Check it out, put it in the seller chat.
yeah, I only read half of that. Sorry, I see it now. Thank you, Sammy. Um, but yeah, I like to share it in the Facebook group, and then encouraging people in there that may not already be your customer. Hey, come and check out my sale. This is what I'm going to have this time. And then I'll also go into the chat group, and share it in the chat group here on the website. And then right before my sale, I do my tags. Yeah, that's kind of my process right now. I mean, I would love to like do more, you know, individual for everybody. I just don't have the time, but to individually send it to people, that would be great, but I just don't have the time. If I know I've got an item that I know somebody will love, hey, I might take a picture of it, say, hey, this is going to be on my live tonight, and send it to them. But I just don't have the time to do anything else than that. But um it's just, I know it seems like sometimes it seems like it's not worth it, but I think the more you do it and the more people see how serious you are, and that you really, you're becoming a big seller or whatever, it makes people more comfortable purchasing from you. And they know you're legit. They're not, buying from somebody who's, whoever. um because if you're working towards becoming successful, then it just makes you more successful, because people are going to be um, more comfortable purchasing from you.
I love this, Jamie, so much. And back to Jamie's point. Of course, all of this takes time, um,
Hmm.
but it is about strategizing, right? Like, how can I make the most money from the live sale?
Yeah.
And I would say the least amount of money from a live sale is just showing up spur of the moment. I know
Yeah.
this for I have so many other things going on that in the history of my live sale career, I haven't always promoted for live sales. But when I really promote, people want to buy things early. They
Yeah.
ask questions early. I can always feel the energy. But then the post live sale is where you can make 10 purchases into 15. And a
Hmm.
strategy for that is that, and we have this as a training video if you want, to understand how to do this. It's not that hard. You can convert your auctions to buy it nows after the live sale, and then remind everyone and remind your customers the same way you did to promote the live sale. Tag them again with the live sale replay and your marketplace link. Once you change the auctions to buy it nows, put it in the general chat or personally PM them, whatever you're more comfortable with, and say, hey, in case you missed the live sale, I don't remember seeing you, here's what's left. And you can just buy it now. And then if there's anyone who, might have purchased at the beginning, but they left, or, whatever, they said they were going to watch the replay, you can personally follow up with them and say, hey, I know that you would leave early. Here's what's left in my marketplace. And I've seen that, and I don't know if all sellers are doing this, but I've seen like some sellers, they'll make 3 sales the next day after their live sale. And I
Yeah.
think that's because, and Jamie, I've seen it happen to you. I think it
Oh
happened.
yeah, Kristen, it happens all the time. Melody, it happens all the time.
Yep.
Um, for sure. Yeah. And also there's another thing I noticed. On the Facebook group, I'll go into the Facebook group and I'll check the comments under my live sale. If somebody said, "Oh, that's beautiful," I'll go back to my district and or the website, and I'll take the if I haven't already added the item to my store, then I'll add it, and then I'll copy that, and I'll go back to the Facebook page and say, hey, I see that you're interested in this. Here's the link if you would like to purchase it, and I'll just put the link directly there under that comment. It just gives that chance for another customer.
Bye, Amy. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, Amy.
And guys, we have an entire Facebook community, which I hope all of you have taken time to join. And the more that we can be active with promoting vintagejoyaddicts.com there, the more that people become, again, trusting,
Hmm. Yeah.
understand the platform works. Jamie and I figured out together a way that people can check out without actually becoming a member of district. So what they have to do, you send them the link to the buy it now, they add it to their cart, and then they go to their cart and they can check out. If they click buy now, it makes them create an
Go to the
account.
website. Yeah.
So there's different ways. Again, you guys might you know, long story short, you might not want to hassle with it, but if you message us, we might have advice for you to get anyone from anywhere. This can be friends, family, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, anywhere, to participate with your website, because this is your website as much as it's our website, so that they can purchase from you using VintageJewelryAddicts.com as basically a, like, a hub, right, where you guys don't have to do any of the technology. You're just uploading everything. And that's why this platform is so exciting, because it has a lot of autonomous features that you guys can build on your own. We haven't offered training on this yet, but you can also share your items to Instagram and to a
Mhm.
Facebook page if they're set on professional mode, and people can claim those items and check out and use District as a checkout link. It's actually sent to them automatically on those platforms. This might not make sense at the moment, but Jamie and I have been experimenting with that with Vintage Jewelry Addicts, the Instagram and the business Facebook page. So if you guys are interested in getting some support with how to use what's called magic comments, if you take a look at your seller dashboard, I think it's toward the bottom. That's another great way for you guys to use what you already have and to share it to your pre-existing following. And again, I had someone last night message me. She's amazing, and she's like, oh, I want to get better, and I feel like this and this. There will be more training and opportunity to basically have like coaching sessions, things like that. We're rolling out some things in the next few weeks. But in the meantime, if you guys play around with the platform and you're like, I wonder how this works, always feel like you guys can message us, because it's not just the live sales that are going to generate you sales, essentially.
Mhm.
Do you have anything
Hey,
else?
Judy.
I always 677.
That's Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Um, but yeah, I've
Offer.
honestly so excited to be here, and I'm glad that Sammy gave me the opportunity to work with her and help her grow this platform. And um, we have so many good things in the future, and we're so excited. And uh, how to help everyone grow, because once if the site grows, everybody grows, but if everybody grows, the site grows. It works. It's a full circle. So if Melody does good, then I can do good. So it's not, when you're don't look at your sellers, at your fellow sellers, as competition. Look at them as another step in helping build you up, because that's what happens. I mean, you see the other sellers always encouraging each other. That's so good. Not just for you as a person and being a good person. I mean, it's also good for helping build you up too. I can't tell you how many times I've watched live sales and all of a sudden I'm getting like so many follows, because people have clicked me and went to follow me from watching somebody else's sell and encouraging them. So it does work. And it's just, and that's not why I do it, but it happens. It's like a side effect of encouraging and watching others and helping them, and um, building them up, because it really is true. You build others up, it does build you up too. So I encourage you to watch other people's live sales. If you're new, watch other people's live sales. I mean, you'll learn. Do as many tests. Oh, that's one of the other steps that I did to learn. I can't tell you how many test runs I've done. If you go, well, you can't, but if I go through my live sales, I've got test, 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 test. I still do tests. Especially because it helps me figure out my lighting, making sure my lighting looks good, making sure that people can see the item, and because that's really important, letting them be able to see the item. That's why I have it up close, because on a live sale, and even in pictures, especially pictures, they can't, it's, you can see it, but seeing an item in the live sale up close and seeing the details, it really helps people feel comfortable that they're buying a quality piece, and so having those details, I'll have my live, and I can't show it from here because I've got it turned around, but I'll have my item like right up at the camera, and trying it out, and hitting buttons that make sure everything goes right. It's just really super important, to test. I know people are like, oh, I don't need that, but really, I've been selling for on this platform for over a year, and I still do tests. It's not a symbol of like, are you experienced or do you need it? It's just a way to make sure before you're live and that you're not bumbling around trying to get things to work and stuff. It's just it's another tool for you, is what you need to look at it as. And it does help tremendously. I think every seller that comes to me, I say, make sure you do your test run, before you go live. Make sure you, especially for the first time, especially, make sure you've got your setup exactly how you're going to do it, and then do your test run, and hit the button, and because you can enter an item in and run it like you're going to run it on the show, and make sure it works. But because you can run it, you can see what it does, and like it'll run out, and then you can, for example, if you want to rerun an item, let it run out and then go click it and hit restart, and it shows you how to do those steps. But yeah, we're available for help, and I mean, we have the videos that Samantha made that we send out all the time, to so people can watch the videos and go through her steps, and it definitely helps to do the test run. I 100% recommend the test run.
That, guys, all you do is you go live and you put test in the subject
Mhm.
line. Put test one, we all see it. If you put one test, we all see it. The only thing you can write is TEST.
Right.
And that, for some reason, will isolate it from everyone else but the admins, who are Jamie and I, so that if you're struggling and you want to run a test with us, you can, so that no one else goes into the live but us, and we can actually
Mhm.
talk to you. So if you are someone on this founders chat who's been interested in going live, but you feel like you don't have the technological know-how, that is something that, after reviewing the training videos, we can organize with you. It's kind of like the last step, but just know that is something that is available, because we
Mhm.
definitely want everyone here to feel like they're welcome to go live and to learn live. And especially because starting August 19th, you'll be able to sell as you wish, Monday through
Mhm.
Thursday. So on that note, I'm going to remind you guys that I will be in the sellers chat putting in it's just a Google form. It's 4 questions that you answer to let us know that you might be interested in those live sales spots. It doesn't mean that you're going to schedule. It just means that Jamie and I know that you're interested, so that when August 19th comes around, we'll just remind you that you can start scheduling
Mhm.
as you wish, because we've really had, a very we've had you schedule live sales, so it has felt restrictive. So we want everyone to feel like they can actually schedule. But we will continue to schedule for the weekend, so that would be something that does not change. And then we have some other really exciting things that are going to roll out soon, but they're not available yet. And Jamie, thank you so much again for this. I hope
Yeah,
everyone's
absolutely.
really encouraged.
Yeah. I'm loving this, and I'm definitely a people person, so don't worry about hitting me up if it's, and I'm a night owl. So if
Are
it's 11 o'clock at night, I'm there usually. But if you don't hear from me, I will get back to you soon, for sure.
Awesome, awesome. And I will remind you guys, it's still, what's today, the 6th. So we have about 9 days, but Jamie and I have messaged all the sellers. If you are someone who was accepted as a seller, you want to stay on as a seller, please let us know, because if you haven't listed or gone live in the last 3 months, really, even longer, it just depends on when you started with, this platform, we will be deactivating your seller status. So what that's going to mean is that we will know after August 15th who is actually committed to selling with VintageStoryAddicts.com. And we will be, instating like hey, if you don't, sell or list within a 3-month window, we will just automatically deactivate you without letting you know in the future. It will just be something automatic that we do on a regular basis. So, yeah.
Maria's making fun of me because I like the last ones because you
Yeah.
can sell as long as you want on the last ones.
Well, sell as you wish. You guys can do an 8-hour
Yeah,
marathon. I mean, I'm
yeah.
curious what happen, because I think some sellers, I mean, this is what I'd like to see happen is sellers can do, like, let's just do duo lives back to back to back to back.
Hmm.
So one person hosts and then people jump on, because the way that works is if Jamie and I are selling together, I have my items, she has her items, nothing gets mixed up. So with Whatnot, it gets mixed up. I have to pay out Jamie, or Jamie has to pay me out, and then we have to send each other the shipping labels. It's very complicated, but District has made it so easy so that you guys can actually sell side by side without complicating things. So that brings two audiences into one, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So I know,
Debbie.
Debbie, you're on my list for August. I have to see what's available. Debbie wants to sell until the cows come home. Um, awesome, guys. We will see you live tomorrow. Again, we have 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Jamie will be on at 1 p.m. And then we have Kristen at 9 p.m. But we have a 7 and an 8 o'clock live sale spot. If you take the 7 o'clock spot, you can sell until Kristen. If no one takes that 8 o'clock spot, we just kind of do that on a case-by-case basis. Send me or Jamie a message. We'll get you on the calendar. We'll get you promoted. And thank you so much for being
Yeah. Thanks,
crazy
guys.
addicted. All right. Thank you, Jamie. See you guys later. Bye.